how to trade the news. You might have heard people say, should we buy Boeing? Should we not? Here's the news that's going on out there. What should we do? Let's talk about how to trade the news. Let's take a look at some of the stocks that were on the news and how we should have traded those. Most people know recently there was news about OPEC securing a record global oil cut between Saudi Arabia and Russia under the pressure from the United States. This was all over the news. We can see headlines here. U.S., Saudi Arabia, Russia lead pack for record cuts in oil. We can see over here another one. Oil prices war ends with historic OPEC plus deal to slash outputs. Record deal to cut oil output ends price war. We can see all this. This was relatively not too long ago when these news came out. The question then becomes, should we buy this or should we not? Just based on this news, what would you be intending to do? Buy or sell? While you do that, let's go to another stock. Here's SHOPIFY. There was some news that came out on SHOPIFY just recently. Some of those news was downgrade that was given to SHOPIFY by an analyst. SHOPIFY was fallen due to the downgrade because of concerns about the near-term challenges, as well as this news right here that says SHOPIFY continues to feel the many effects of the coronavirus. Comment below, what would you have done based on this news? Would you be looking to buy or would you be looking to sell? Here's Tesla, another popular stock. Should you buy or should you sell? China sales for Tesla had hit record highs in the industry. They registered record March sales, and they are also going to start production in May. So is this meaning that the economy is going to be open? What should you do with this information? Boeing, the administration is saying we will do whatever is necessary to help Boeing. Here's another one that hit the news. Boeing could get the financial bailout. If Boeing is going to be getting financial bailout, should we be buying Boeing or should we not be buying Boeing? So here's the thing. Do we trade the news or do we trade what we see? What we like to do is listen to the news, but then verify if that news is confirmed through technical analysis. If you understand how to look for key things in technical analysis, it lets you know what the sentiment is and whether or not it confirms that news. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go to the technical analysis using a software, Magenta Trader, that literally interprets technical analysis data into easy-to-read words. So should we be buying oil stock? Because OPEC came out with deals and stuff. Let's see what technical analysis was telling us based on the software. This is the Magenta software, the technical analysis interpretation software that takes technical analysis and interprets those into easy-to-read words. The way it does that is by going to this section up here where it says trade conditions on trade action. What we want to do is, if we look before the news came out or when the announcement came out, which was on April 9th, what technical analysis was telling us through Magenta software, this was the day that the news hit the market. When everybody thinking, this is good news, we should be buying, what technical analysis was telling us through Magenta was saying, actually, we need to be selling. And if you look at what's happened to oil, since that day, oil has dropped 2 days in a row, and today alone, 5%. The next one, we're talking about SHOPIFY. What the technical analysis have to say about this? When we go to the chart and we look and see what technical analysis was telling us on that day when it came out, right here on April 8th, it was actually recommending a strong buy, meaning that we should be buying after that announcement came out. The announcement came out on this day, and all it really said on that day was say, place your stop if you were bearish. But on this day, the very next day, where everybody's thinking, let's sell, let's sell, let's sell, technical analysis is telling us to buy. And we can see the interpretation of that with that trade action. The very next day, it's telling us to buy. The very next day, it was still telling us to buy. If we see what happened to SHOPIFY, we can see that SHOPIFY has made another 10% move. Since then, the stock has been rallying. Interesting. Tesla, production is doing really great. Sales are reaching record high. Should we be buying Tesla or should we not? Okay, let's see what the sentiment is saying about Tesla. By the 7th, it said buy strong. It says buy strong right there. Buy Tesla even before the news came out. What do we see? Technical analysis confirmed that with Magenta, it's time to start buying. Boeing. Now, Boeing is one of those that got hit really bad. It's been all over the news. There's so many people asking, should we be buying Boeing? Even the administration came out and said, we would help them if they need the help. So is it okay to go buy? It would make sense, right? I mean, after all, even the government is saying we would support Boeing. But the question is, should we be buying right now? What is the sentiment of investors? Are they buying because of that news, or are they not buying? And we go over here, we'll see when the news came out, was on this day, and it said, actually, you know what? Place a stop, because the sentiment that we're seeing based on technical analysis data that matters is showing that the investors are not ready to start buying Boeing yet. So place your stop. So how do we trade the news again? Well, it's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Take the news and confirm it with technical analysis. Technical analysis gives us the sentiment of what the investors and institutions are doing. And Magenta Trader has made it very simple to follow what to do each and every day without having to second guess, hope, or wish. You can just see each day what the trade action is telling you to do.